Hey, what's up, everybody? Good to, talk to y'all again. Welcome back to episode 17 of our Iron Man series. This session here is just kind of like a mad scramble to level up as quickly as possible. Just kind of condense it in as little time as we could. So kind of like where we left off in the previous episode, we are grinding Captain Latanica repeatedly. We do this maybe like 5 or 6 times before we get bored. It's not a very fun boss. It's not much to it, and we're like way strong now. We're like beyond Captain Latanica. So I'm just kind of showing we do MP3 for the white essence. We go to the slimies, and then we go to Mr. Anchors here to get our white essence, and we just do that over and over, and I just kind of skip over it the remainder of the times. So that is kind of our kind of flow there. Quick repotting sequence before we get into Captain Latanica. But yeah, we accomplished our goal. Like, we get within Headless Horseman range, as you kind of saw in the beginning. Took us long enough. So yeah, like, it's just such an awkward level range to be in. Like level mid 80s to early 90s. It's not easy, just because all the content is a little bit too hard. The worthwhile content, like Ulu's, we don't have the accuracy to hit Ulu. We don't have the accuracy to hit, later on in like Fantasy Theme Park, like the Skarga kind of area. We can't do Gallows. Like, I would have gone Gallows because that is such an incredible grinding spot, just in general. And that dude, what's his name, Tesla? We see this guy like 6 times as we kind of do our rounds for each Captain Latanica. Just kind of funny. I'll probably throw a counter in later on, counting how many encounters we have with this Tela 77. But yeah, I mean, Gallopers would be kind of my go-to. Ulu too, like, we can't really hit the Sligies yet. The Sligies. Just all the good areas, they're just kind of out of reach. Can't go to Ludi, we can't grind Spirit Vikings, we can't grind, Grim Phantom Watches. It's just Master Test Ditties. That's all that's kind of available to us. I'm kind of over Wolf Spiders, like, it's a little too slow now. And I don't want to look for Spear 30s anymore. I just kind of given up on it. But yeah, we get through maybe like 20 or so quests, so we're like 75% on quest specialist. Knock out a bunch of the Malaysia CBD kind of quests, just because like I said, I don't really know what to do with myself at this point. So knock out a couple levels, get a little bit of progress in the quest, a quest medal, and these Captain Latanicas go down very easily. I think we can down them in 4 stoppers or versus 1 cider. We stop her every time we have our end equipment on, just because we have a damage hit, without our gloves and all the other stuff. But yeah, we only get 1k NX card from this, and like a mixed bag of 100 and 250 NX cards, which is nice. We net around 2k NX from these Captain Latanicas, so that puts us a little closer to our 100 gash tick kind of special. We end at 65 tickets in the session. They're level up there with 3 extra int. But yeah, we need 30k more NX, and then we can do our video, our gash, get our power up, hopefully get our sky skis, and yeah, kind of move on to early late game content. And it's kind of bittersweet, I guess, because this is kind of like our journey. This is kind of the beginning of the end here, because there's not much more content after this, aside from bossing and other high-end sort of end game things like Zachem, Pap, and just the sheer grind that's gonna come with kind of powering up to be able to do those. kind of laughed to ourselves because we need, let me see what my notes say. We need 256 accuracy at level 91 to hit the Montracers. So we hit like a brick wall with the Krex prequest. So we think to ourselves, well, why don't we just try to do the Skarga prequest? Maybe we can hit the Gallows, which we can't. But we get up to the Gallows. We would need, let's see, 152 accuracy at level 91 for Galloparis. And we just don't have the accuracy to do it. I don't want to grind that map with 63% hit chance. That's just not efficient, and it just feels bad, But we kind of explore our Dragon Roar ability, and this skill is so busted. I can't believe this is a third job skill. It's literally like a mage ultimate with a weird hitbox and 20 times less damage. But that is such a great ability. I'm so glad we went for it over the Fury, Spear Fury, just because it's so good for just like kind of getting aggro on the entire map or a huge section of it, and then you can just crush that entire ball of mobs that starts following you. So yeah, that was 100% the right call to max that out first. And yeah, we're just kind of trying out a Cape N30, the one we just got. It doesn't work, and we're kind of on our questing sequence now. And there's a lot of quests, so I don't really know where to begin. We just decided to skip the Scarf for now, I think, and go straight back here. Or no, go to the Vicarolas and get the helmets and get the kills. This takes us a little while, but the Dragon Roar makes it much quicker. Just because there's a lot of them, and it hits, I forget how many it hits, like 16 or something, 12, 10, but it hits more than 3. So we just kind of, our strategy is to roar, get aggro, and kind of kite them around and, mob. Just standard kind of grinding for any class. And this is a nice EXP grind. These give us a nice chunk of experience just from killing them. So this part's pretty productive. It's kind of in our level range. And oh man, like Fantasy Theme Park is such a nostalgic area for me, because when Skarga came out day 1, we cleared it this very same night it came out. Like, I remember that. It was like I was in high school, and stayed up late. Like, late for me was around midnight because I had school the next day. But yeah, we rounded up the Goon Squad and kind of had a two party. I think we had a 2-party attack group, and we downed them day 1. Got our Scarlian helmets. I got my Targa helmet, and yeah, that was just really cool. How we just good memories, good times. Hope all those guys and girls are doing good wherever they are now. But yeah, we were pretty pro. Well, kind of, relatively. But yeah, down that boss day 1, and then go back to the signs to get our level up, just because I can't hit them with our end equipment. And yeah, now we're kind of questing in the low level areas for the, this is like the low level leash areas, like Muddy Banks and all that. So this is like a great map. This is where we kind of realize the power of the Dragon Roar, just because of how much spawn there is. And just yeah, I don't know what we would have done without it. Like, this would have made our grind 2-3 times longer than it would have been had we not skilled it. So, such a busted class DK. They're just so powerful. And then we finished up there, and then now we're at the Booper Scarlians. We picked up airplanes before, so we are halfway done. We just need to get the 200 kills, and these are good experience also. I think they're like little 88 or something, or 82. And yeah, just kind of getting the airplanes, getting the kills, getting cards here and there. We hit a bunch of card sets done too. Do some scattered scrolling. I don't think any 10% we try today go through, and 30% goes kind of disastrously for us later on. Though it's not a big deal. We'll get to it. But yeah, now we get to the charmers, get the flutes, get the kills. And yeah, I had to kind of leave to go repot real quick, and just wrapping it up when we come back. And yeah, kind of wrap it up there, move on to the next thing, making sure we pick up all the etceteras, even though they might not count towards the quest yet, because future quests are going to count for them. I think they're like 4 a piece. There's 3 NPCs and they offer 4 quests a piece. So we knocked down a minimum of 12 in this little segment here. Yeah, just kind of, you know, being the being like a DK bishop, low level leeching ourselves by just, you know, blasting the whole map with our roar. And yeah, pretty good. I mean, the experience is, just because of the sheer spawnage, like the experience isn't bad. Like we got a little more percent than I anticipated from these really low level mobs, these level 50 mobs. And moving on, done with that guy, enough of him, and we're just gonna move on to these mobs and whoever wants these. So yeah, just kind of tough. And then we later on we hunt a bunch of area bosses, because I'm kind of in the mindset that we need to get NX quickly, because if we didn't grind NX, it would take around 4-ish days of just, you know, natural voting, and that's too long for me. I want to cut it down to like 2 days to get 30k NX, because we need the gatch now, like immediately now. Like we're putting it off, but for good reason. Like if it wasn't a good reason, I would have gashed already. But we need it's a priority right now. We need a sky ski. We need to hopefully have extra tickets to Gatch and Mushroom Shrine for scrolls. We just need that power up right now, because we don't have the accuracy to do things, and we're a little too weak without like attack pots like stoppers and all that. So now we're doing the Scarf quest. Dragon Roar saves the day here. Just kind of blasts everything, and it's getting kind of strong too. We can start almost 1 or 2 hitting these mobs, so that's nice. Very nice. Now we're at the Froscolas and the Jester Scarlians. And yeah, Dragon Roar really shines here. Although we have to be kind of careful with the Froscolas and our positioning, because they like to stand kind of far back and then do that ranged super knockback attack. So I kind of have to think a little more ahead than just roaring and then jumping in front and using Crusher. I have to kind of land on top of them so we take touch damage and not get knocked back and put out of position. Do another 10% polearm, fails, which is fine. It's just that's actually good. You know, we need to burn some 10% dummies so that our real 10% has a higher likelihood of passing. And I'll crunch some numbers. I'm like determined now. I'm gonna like go through the footage, our previous footage of scrolling, tally up the totals, like passes out of how many attempts, and then publish them, and maybe try to find some sort of pattern, because I can say dummy scrolling works as much as I want and no one's gonna believe me, but I'm like 90. I'm like so certain that it works, and it kind of at least influences the outcome of future scrolls. Like it has to. But yeah, anyways, just kind of going back to this quest here. I mean, on Hidden Street, it only says you need the Etc items, so I try to plan ahead and get all the etceteras, but in this server she wants kills too. So that defeats the whole purpose. We have to go back and kill them anyways. We go to our snowman quest because we're level 90 now. Get a nice chunk of experience from doing this, from finishing this quest. And we get a ton of snowmans. I think we get like around 8. Net around 2k NX or something like that, which is awesome. I think the area bosses were just kind of respawning at this time, because we get snowman and then we check the rest of the area bosses, and as we kind of take longer and longer, more and more people start running into more people, and we kind of lose out on the rest of them. But yeah, I just kind of trying to find our snowman right now. We found it, located it, and now let's go begin that quest to kill one. And we down it very easily, though we kind of miss every now and then. I think we get a couple of nice scrolls. We get like an overall 60 or something. Yeah, just a series of snowman kills here. Okay experience from killing this. What is it, like 64k or something per snowman? Oh, 16.64k. Way off. But yeah, just kind of showing every area boss kill we get. Really not much to add. Yeah, so after we get done with these area bosses, we're gonna go to Ludi next. Or we're not Ludi yet. We're gonna do kind of the was it Helios Tower? Eos Tower, whichever one has the lot of floors. We go finish up the drum bunny kills, the etc items, and then the dull crystals. Knock down 2 easy quests. Just as I figure we need to clear some etc space with the the drum bunny kits, and get more towards our quest specialist. Afterwards, we go to Ludi, get our stack of 100 binding bridles to give to Nora for her quest that we haven't accepted yet. Just kind of thinking ahead. And yeah, we already had a majority stack of the stack of binding bridles, so we don't stay there for long when we do get there. Yeah, any 60s that we do get that aren't like defense scrolls are not really applicable to us, unfortunately. And we look for Ninetail Fox. We get beaten by like 1 second. We give it up. We yield to them, just because out of etiquette. And yep, killing drum bunnies. This takes a little while. Like the dull crystals don't really drop that often. And yeah, we're gonna stop at the 100 drum bunny kits. We're not getting 1,000 drum bunnies, etc. items for the follow-up quest. It's idiotic. Actually, I don't want to be like rude, but we get a GFA here from these Madions. I guess, yeah, if you do it for some sort of hard requirement, I guess it's less stupid to get the 1,000 drum bunny kits. Get a couple of Xenos here, like 2 or 3. Somebody was hunting it, so we don't really thoroughly check every channel, 'cause I'm pretty sure they were all gone. And now Master Death Teddies, like we were saying, getting the binding bridles, the stack of 100 for Nora, when we do go to Victoria Island. And yeah, they're a nice experience. So yeah, talking to her. Turn the quest overall for N30. That's kind of our downfall there. We end up 30%ing our 5-inch rope, and it booms. I don't know why we did that, because without the rope, we are 3 inch shy of 30 int. So we just kind of screwed ourselves. We kind of salvaged the situation with the Cape int 60 we just got. So we got a couple of dials, we get a couple of Fausts. Just trying to get NX. Yeah, I think we succeeded at that. We net around 6k total in this session we have here. But yeah, we get our Cape and 60 to pass after we destroy our robe. And with that, if we swap out our ring and wear the int cape, we actually can be exactly at 30 int. So it's not like we just like can't get 30 int anymore. So it's fine. And here I think is where we destroy our robe. It's always the first slot. It always goes through the first slot and then the second one destroys it every time, even with our dex robes. Kind of a shame. So yeah, if we swap out that ancient, like circle of ancient wisdom or whatever, we have 1 more int from swapping out that ring, plus 2 int from the int cape, the 2 int cape. 27 plus 3 puts us at 30. And I have my note. We go to Wolfspires just to top off our level, but I can go through some of my notes here. We need 215 accuracy to hit Headless Horseman at level 91. So that's kind of the idea here. And we screw up. We miscalculate. We are 0.01% off, and I wasn't wearing my int equipment. So stupid, man. And we go 100 maple pops because we need that huge accuracy boost. It takes us 5 maple pops per HH, 5 maple pops, 5 stoppers per HH kill. So we need to farm like a little bit of a stack here. I think we farmed 30 maple pops, 20 more, 20 to our 10. Takes us a little while. And yeah. Okay, my notes. 278 accuracy for Dooku's at level 91. 178 accuracy for Gigantic Spirit Vikings at level 91. 183 accuracy for Grim Phantom Watches at level 91. 226 and 232 for Gatekeeper and Thanatos. Yeah, man. We don't have the levels. We have neither the levels or the accuracy to do anything cool. So it's just going to be a Headless Horseman. We're going to be hunting the forest very, very heavily until we get to like level 95. So we find our first HH here. I'll have to kind of, there's a few maps because we can't get, we don't have access to all the HHs because some of the maps are tough. Like we can't go to the one with the Elder Wraiths, the Evil Dead. Like those Elder Wraiths are going to like kick our ass. And dealing with an HH on top of like Elder Wraiths, like we can't do that. I don't think so, at least. Because we're just going to get swarmed. And we can't hit Elder Wraiths. We're not even close to hitting them. And yeah. So we're kind of limited to Crossroads and Twisted... or not Twisted Paths, but like the ones that only have raids, junior raids. So that cuts down our HH kind of options by quite a bit. And we have to count on there not being a Bigfoot in those hidden street maps that have HHs. So we'll kind of see what we can get, I guess. I think the respawn is every 6 hours for HH. So we'll check back. I think I'll check around after we finish up this commentary. Check around. Because the next one's going to spawn at 0 to 100 hours server time. 0 to 30 server hour, like server time. For this channel that we're on right now. So if you're watching, please let me have it. I kind of just gave away, but I think there's like a plus or minus to the respawn counter timer thing the server does to kind of prevent people from scheduling, you know, the exact times per the respawn timer. Anyways, after we run out of our last maple pop and stopper, we don't replenish it, we don't repot, just because I want to just save that one extra like pop and stopper each time at that last 2% or however much. Just because we take out 20% per stopper pop combo, and spending that for the last 2%, that's not really it for me. So yeah, get done here. Kind of turn our index, get some phantom seeds, look around a little more. But I saw like 2 people hunting this specific map, so we just kind of call it there. Get that 35 ticket. We have 65. Now we're 30k NX off from kind of our special video. So cool. Happy about that. 199 more quests. Cool. That wraps it up for this episode. Sorry if it's a little dry, but you know, when we get some Headless Horsemen, you know, downed, get our level up there, we can start doing some cool things that are kind of end game. And I'm going to try to do some end game content early, like 10, 15 levels early, if we can. If the scrolling goes well, if the planning goes well, we can do it. Kind of keep things, you know, engaging, not so boring and dry. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. And I'll catch you on the next episode, where we'll probably hunt a lot of Headless Horsemen. And maybe do something I haven't thought about yet. Cool. See ya. Bye. Thank you.